before I let you go, let's hit on your foundation. We do that every single time. I love that your Matt Light Foundation is still lit. And once again, you're giving away a one-of-a-kind experience to a Patriot game, and it's not just any Patriot game. It's the one coming up against the Titans next week with Mike Vrabel coming into the house again. That's going to be amazing. How can people get involved and get what do they get for this package, Matt?
Well, listen, we've got a suite given to us. A good friend of ours for Little Town of Mendon, Imperial Motors, gave us his entire suite, said raise as much for the Light Foundation as you possibly can. So if you go to mattlight72.com and you want to go to the Titans game, you got all the information there. You'll be at the Titans game in style, in a suite, all the booze, all the food, everything done for you. The coveted parking pass.
Yes.
And then I've brought in two very dear friends and former teammates, Mr. Matt Castle and Rob Ninkovich. We're going to do a little chalk talk before the game and then enjoy the game together. And all the proceeds, 100%, go to the Light Foundation. You could just go to mattlight72.com. And Mr. Vrabel is going to have a video message for us, and I guarantee you it will be Vrabel-esque. Now, you work with Vrabel. You've heard Vrabel. I tell people all the time, don't ever get into a war of words with Mike Vrabel. He'll make you look silly in a flash. He has got the gift of gab when it comes to just tearing people apart. I used to love it when we played together because he always had something fun to say, and he always gave it to Bill, too. And I'll tell you, Rich, if you go think back to that game that they played, I think it was the first time as Vrabel as the head coach and Bill coming into Tennessee, and Bill tried to run a trick play. And the next series, and it failed miserably. The next series, Vrabel had his offense run it, and it ran smoothly. And I said, that's my boy. That's the Mike Vrabel I know.
Well, I mean, Belichick a couple of years ago had some, he found some loophole in the rule book against the Jets where, you could run the clock down by purposefully, false starting or jumping off sides or something. And they cut to Belichick, and he's got this smile on his face. And Vrabel used it against Belichick in the playoff game, that Brady's final game as a Patriot. So he's got that in him, man. And he's got Coach of the Year written all over him right now. All over him.
Listen,
right now.
He's an amazing mind. I mean, everybody talked about it when he was in New England, how much of a coach he was on the field, as a player. And Vrabel, he exudes everything that is football, man. His tenacity, kind of the way he played the game with an edge all day, every day, doing every little thing he could do to get better. I mean, Bill loved him. But what Bill didn't like is that you can't put Mike Vrabel in a box. So, I used to love watching those two go back and forth. It may be in a meeting, Vrabel had some quick little, line to deliver to Bill when he was giving us hell about something. And I don't think that after our era, there were too many guys walking into New England busting Bill's chops, right? It just doesn't happen much anymore. I mean, I think he hit that plateau, but we sure do look fondly back on those moments. And it's fun to see that on the field, they're still carrying on some of those shenanigans.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.